Hey everybody! So today I thought I would do a type of baking tutorial. I've been feeling really festive and wanted to make some gingerbread cookies. The ingredients you'll need are half a cup of butter, which is softened, 3/4 cup packed dark brown sugar, a third cup of molasses, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 2/3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon each of ground cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. I found these really cute cookie cutters at Walmart, so that's what I'm going to use to shape my cookies. The first step is to mix all of your ingredients. So first we're going to start with the butter and the packed dark brown sugar. In a large bowl, you want to cream together your butter and brown sugar until it's light and fluffy. I tried to start straight away with the hand mixer and I realized that my butter was not soft enough, so I got a fork out and decided to use the fork instead until it was nice and mixed together. Then I got the hand mixer back out. If you're a little bit messy like me, then you will probably manage to get some out of the bowl like I did, but that's okay because I cleaned the counter before I started. It was kind of a pain trying to mix everything with that hand mixer, so that fork is quite a good friend throughout the baking process. The next step is to add the molasses to the mix, and I found this really cool because I was intrigued by the consistency of molasses. It wasn't runny, but it also wasn't very thick. It was kind of confusing, but really interesting. This may be my favorite part of the whole video, is the drizzling of the molasses. Just look at it. I like to take everything in steps and make sure everything gets mixed in really well. So I mixed in the molasses, then I added the egg and water and mixed those in too. And the texture of this was not very appetizing, but it did get better once I mixed it a bit more after. Now in a separate bowl you want to mix all of your dry ingredients together, and once they're all in the bowl you want to use something. I used a fork, you can use a whisk too, to combine all of the dry ingredients and make sure they're really mixed together and there's no patches of cinnamon or ginger in just one spot. That way you get a really nice gingerbread flavor. Now it's time to mix all of our ingredients together to make the cookie dough. It was really hard for me not to make a mess, and I am quite impressed that there's nothing on my sweater yet, because usually I've got flour all over me. Anytime I bake, I'm just covered in flour, so go me! Keep mixing until a nice, but still somewhat squishy dough is formed. Cover your dough and put it in the fridge to chill for 30 minutes to an hour or until it's firm enough to roll out. This is the part where I usually get the most flour on myself, so I'm still quite impressed. Maybe it's just because I was filming a video and I was being extra careful, but I'm usually covered in flour. I don't think you guys believe me because you have yet to see it. Your oven should be preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit while you're laying your cookies out on your cookie sheet. Once you're done, put them in the oven and bake them for around 8 to 10 minutes, or until they're looking kind of crispy around the edges. You can decorate your cookies however you want. I chose to decorate them with royal icing. I didn't really use a recipe, I just kind of threw together 2 egg whites and 2 cups of icing sugar with a little bit of vanilla to make it taste better. I probably should have followed a recipe because my icing turned out too runny, but I was kind of experimenting. I would definitely suggest using a recipe for royal icing if you decide to decorate your cookies with it. Don't just experiment like I did. I'm sure your cookies will turn out much prettier. When it comes to baking, I tend to go a little bit crazy, and so when I was at Walmart the other day, the same time I picked up the cookie cutters, I also picked up a bunch of decorating stuff. So I have some disposable Wilton piping bags, and I bought some piping tips, and so I am going to use that to decorate my cookies. Except my icing is a little bit runny, so it does not look great after a few minutes. It kind of runs all off the side and gets smudgy, but it was still fun, and I'm glad I bought them. This was the final product of a lot of hard work, and I just want to say a big thank you if you watched this. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear about your experience with baking gingerbread cookies, because mine was quite crazy, although you didn't see all the craziness. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. Bye!